Your small business may be bleeding money from hidden costs and wasteful practices you don't even see. Today, we reveal 5 simple actionable changes you can implement this month to slash expenses and immediately boost your bottom line. What if I told you your business is probably wasting hundreds of thousands of pesos every month and you don't even see it? Pero don't worry, it's not your fault. These costs are hidden in the way most of us naturally run our businesses here in the Philippines. But if you stay with me for the next few minutes, I'll walk you through 5 simple practical changes you can make in just 30 days to stop the bleeding, slash your expenses, and make your business leaner, greener, and more resilient for the future. Kasi let's be honest, when you're focused on delivering to clients or managing your team and trying to keep everyone happy, madali to miss the slow silent leaks draining your profits. Pwedeng it's one of the subscription you signed up for during the pandemic and it's still charged sa credit card nyo, no? Or you have this 150 square meter office in somewhere that's half empty, or that vendor contract you signed 5 years ago na hindi pa rin na-update since then. Individually, these things feel tiny, but when you add them all up, they can quietly choke your cash flow. I've seen this over and over again, even with businesses that have healthy sales. Hindi naman sila nagsastruggle because wala silang customers or hindi mabenta yung product nila. They were struggling because of unchecked waste eating away at their margins. Pero may good news. Kaya natin tong ayusin, and we can start right now. And this is not about painful cuts that make your team miserable. This is about building a smarter, more sustainable business that saves money, protects your resources, and actually makes your life easier. Let's dive into the first and biggest change you can make. Let's talk about your office space. So, diba dati, having a big, impressive office, maybe in Makati or baka sa BGC, status symbol yan. So, clients would walk in and think, wow, social naman this place. But post-pandemic, for a lot of businesses, a big office isn't a flex anymore. It's just a giant overhead expense and a big contributor to your environmental footprint. Your office is one of your biggest fixed costs. And it's also one of the easiest places to waste money and resources. Think about it. Hindi lang siya yung rent eh. Kasama dyan yung air conditioning, yung electricity, which, by the way, because we're here in the Philippines, is among the most expensive in Asia. Around 11 to 13 pesos yata per kilowatt per hour in Meralco area. So aside from electricity bills, we have water bills, janitorial services, insurance, snacks, coffee sa pantry kung pinoprovide niya, and the list goes on. Pero during the pandemic, we found out that remote and hybrid work are not just survival tactics. They can actually be better for productivity, work-life balance, and the planet. Kasi less commuting means less time wasted in traffic. So, mas mababang greenhouse gas emissions from vehicles and lower stress for the team. In fact, noong 2023, my JobStreet survey, it found out that 71% of Filipino professionals actually prefer hybrid or remote work setup. Knowing that, here's a good action plan. Tignan niyong mabuti yung office space niyo. Are there rows of desks sitting empty? Are you holding onto space just in case you grow pero you pay full rent every month? Could some of your team work remotely, pwedeng full-time or part-time without affecting output? Kasi if yes, options include moving to a smaller office. Or pwede rin kayo mag-switch to co-working space. Kasi when you do that, you can scale up or down anytime. Or you can go fully remote and meet only for client-facing events or strategic planning sessions. You're not just cutting costs, you're investing in growth and building a leaner, greener operation. Change number 2. The ruthless subscription audit. Here's the reality. We live in a subscribe now, think later world. Guilty ako dun. Kasi it's easy to sign up for apps or platforms or memberships kasi now we have our credit cards. So we forget about them. Meron dyan mga 499 monthly fee, mga 1,200 premium. Because we think it's It's just a small amount until you realize you have dozens of these quietly adding up. This is what I call death by a thousand clicks. It's like digital clutter that silently eats your profits. And just like clutter in your home, digital clutter costs you money, focus, and efficiency. Most businesses use less than 20% of the features in the software they're paying for. Some even pay for 2 or 3 tools that basically do the same thing. Sound familiar? Maybe you've got Microsoft Teams and then you have Zoom, pero you also have Google Meet. So, 'di ba? If that's you, here's your 30-day plan. Pull up your last 2 months bank and credit card statements. Tapos you list every single recurring payment. Baka you have Spotify, you have Adobe, you have, I don't know what else. But whatever you signed up for years ago. And then next to each other, sulat ninyo sinong gumagamit nun and what's the purpose. Para once you see the full list, sort them into 3 categories. Yung mga must-have, nice to have, and cancel. You cancel it right away. The nice to have, check ninyo if there's a free or cheaper alternative. And then for must-haves, check kung pwede kayo mag-downgrade ng plan or kung pwede kayo mag-switch to annual payment para may discount. Or consolidate tools like Google Workspace, pwede yun for chat, storage, and project management instead of paying for 3 separate platforms. If you do this, you'd be surprised how much money you'll find hiding in your digital waste bin. Third, it's time to build more sustainable partnerships by renegotiating your vendor contracts. Your relationships with your suppliers are one of the most overlooked gold mines for savings. Nax gold mines. Kasi madaling maging komportable and just keep paying the same rates for years. But that's how you end up overpaying and missing opportunities for a stronger partnership. Secret to ng mga abogado. Almost everything is negotiable. This isn't about being aggressive, ha? It's about building a truly sustainable partnership where everybody wins. Your suppliers, they want you to succeed. Kasi your long-term success means their long-term success. So, you start by doing your homework. Get a couple of quotes from other suppliers so you know the market rate. That information is your power. Para when you call your current vendor or supplier, pwede niyong i-frame yung conversation as a long-term partnership. Try something like, "Hi sir, we're currently on our budget planning season and we're reviewing our agreements to make sure they're sustainable for the long haul. I'm hoping we could take a look at our current pricing and see if there's a way to make this work even better for both of us." Pwede naman they can't lower the price. If that happens, be creative. Ask, can they offer better payment terms like 60 days instead of 30 para you can improve on your cash flow? What about a discount for buying in bulk or paying early? Or pwede ba silang mag-offer ng sustainable packaging or fast shipping? Kasi often, meron namang wiggle room for that. So you spend one day reviewing your contract. You can build a more resilient supply chain and it can save you thousands. Change number 4, and that is to launch an all-out efficiency mission focusing on energy and resources. Eto na. This is where financial sustainability and environmental sustainability are 2 sides of the same coin. Most businesses are incredibly wasteful without noticing it. Nandiyan iniiwan na lang yung lights sa meeting rooms or yung mga printers, print lang ng print. It all adds up to real money and real environmental impact. Energy is the perfect place to start kasi nga here in the Philippines, power rates are high. So, if we waste electricity, it's like nagtatapon lang tayo ng pera out the window. So, what we can do? We can install motion sensor lights sa mga meeting rooms, diba? We can set aircon timers para they shut off after working hours. And we can encourage our team to shut down at the end of the day. It's like a habit for all devices, diba? After that, you can check on your paper usage kasi going paperless is a no-brainer for sustainability and savings kasi you cut costs on paper, ink, toner, and printer maintenance. Baka you can go digital, use digital tools like Google Docs or Dropbox for collaboration. Digitize your invoices and records. It not only saves money but also makes your whole operation faster and more organized. This is all about creating a mindset of conservation. Try a waste audit. For 1 week, pay attention to everything that gets thrown out. How much paper is in the bin? How many disposable coffee cups Yung results maybe will show you exactly where to start cutting. This proves that being environmentally sustainable isn't a cost. It's a saving strategy. You're stopping money from literally being thrown in the trash. And then we have the fifth and final change, and that is to completely rethink how you acquire physical assets like equipment and furniture. Kasi many of us believe new is always better. But that belief is a massive drain on our cash and the planet's resources. Whether it's desks, computers, or machinery, pwede kasi natin yan makuha. Same result for a fraction of the cost if we adopt a more sustainable mindset. First, always challenge the need to buy new. Kailangan ba talaga? For things like office furniture and even computers pa nga. The second-hand market in the Philippines, di ba? We have Facebook Marketplace and meron din mga auction ng mga office na nag-close. Full of high-quality commercial-grade items pa yan for a fraction of the price. This is a core principle of the circular economy. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Another option is to lease. Diba? Especially for tech that goes out of date quickly. Kasi, huge upfront cost, nagiging predictable monthly expense siya. And usually, pag nag-lease tayo, may kasama pang maintenance. Diba? Better. This logic applies also to your inventory. Holding cash in products that aren't selling is unsustainable. So, use a simple inventory management system to know what's selling and what's collecting dust. Don't let slow-moving stock sit there. Diba? If you can have a flash sale, do it. Bundle it with yung popular items and then turn it back into cash. Finally, if you can move to the cloud, instead of buying and maintaining your own expensive, energy-hungry servers, use cloud storage. This move alone slashes hardware costs, IT headaches, and your electricity bill. If you optimize your asset, you buy used, you lease, and you manage your inventory well, you embrace sustainability and free up cash for what truly matters. That was a whirlwind, but making these 5 changes can seriously upgrade the financial and environmental health of your business in just 1 month. Let's recap everything real quick. First, rethink your office. Pwede nyo explore remote or hybrid work setup to slash overhead and your carbon footprint. Second, purge your subscriptions and the digital waste from software na hindi nyo naman ginagamit. Third, negotiate with your vendors. Build sustainable partnerships that benefit everyone. Fourth, launch an efficiency initiative. Stop wasting money on energy and supplies. And then fifth, optimize your assets. Embrace a circular model by buying used, leasing, and managing inventory. These 5 changes are your roadmap to a leaner, greener, and more sustainable business. If you want to see exactly where your business stands in terms of sustainability and efficiency, you can try our free ESG maturity score calculator. It's quick, simple, and you get instant results. The link is in the description below. And then lastly, if you found this talk helpful and you want more no-fluff advice to build a better business, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. In conclusion, remember, cutting costs isn't about thinking small. It's about building a stronger, more sustainable business. It's about clearing out the financial and environmental waste so you can double down on what really matters. It's about building a smart, resilient company or business that's profitable, responsible, and ready for the future. Now, go make things happen. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again next week. Bye!